So yeah.
Oh, what a shame. He didn't get a card.
Oh, that feels real bad.
Oh,
But
well, he got to play the game. That's all that matters, really.
yeah, I think that damn, David was really MVP in that match. Really put in a lot of work for Fountain Valley.
Yeah, surprised us, Like, this shows that there can be a shakeup in the meta once the patch goes through, apparently.
Oh, absolutely. And we didn't even see too many right clicks either.
Not too many right clicks. Actually, could it be, maybe David was just good with McCree all along?
Crazy. The real treasure was inside of us all along.
He doesn't need to depend on a right click to get things done. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because people say that Deadeye is one of the weakest ultimates in the game because there's so many ways to counter him. You could stun him out of it. You can just have D.Va eat it. You can have any basically tank stand in front of him and just block his line of sight. And we did see at the very end there in that last team fight that D.Va was actually successful in eating his Deadeye, but too little, too late. Maybe if she had done that earlier on, they would have been able to take more percentage on the point. But unfortunately,
Yeah, it seems like they managed to adapt their strategy only a little bit too late. It seems like the first ult just caught them with their pants down, and then they tried very very hard to adapt to that over the rest of the games. But Fountain Valley, they just managed to continue to push their advantage and take that win. So, what do you think that Woodbridge needs to look out for in this next map?
Okay, so depending on the map that they choose, Fountain Valley may or may not stick with the McCree, but now that Woodbridge knows that they have that up their sleeves, really anyone on the D.Va really have to watch out for the McCree and basically just pounce on him every time they see him. Like, don't let him get his value out because as McCree, David actually played really far back, separate from his team, in order to get that long range damage off. And basically, it's just you can't let the McCree go untouched. Yeah, because a lot of times it was like, wow, no one's focusing the McCree, and he's just getting damage off. Absolutely destroying the squishies and the tanks too.
Yeah, when a McCree does have free reign to just pop shots off like that, that's a lot of damage coming out.
It's a lot of damage.
Not much you can do to avoid that either. And yeah, I think that the McCree is really like the pocket pick that they need to look out for.
Yeah. So, I mean, we did see that Woodbridge did come out with a pharmacy, which is, a favorite of Lijiang Gardens. Unfortunately, it was literally shot out of the sky before it could do anything.
Yeah, literally.
By McCree. Again, we're just going to go back to the McCree because we don't get to see this often. It's usually just 3-3 and versus 3-3. So,
Yep.
It's really exciting to see this.
I was a strategic read, unmatched in this, as we've seen in this tournament so far. It's a good thing that Woodbridge decided to call off that pharmacy though, right? Because who knows what other trouble they could have run into if they had continued to run it.
Well, I mean, you could try to, just like rain death from above and try to take out their tank or their front line. But really, you're just going to leave yourself exposed to getting picked off by the McCree, especially since he's staying so far back. It's going to take a lot for the Pharah to get any damage on him because of how slow her rockets move, especially with the reduced radius on her splash damage and her reduced just splash damage in general. So that's why it's not viable to have Pharah do pickoffs from afar anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for Fountain Valley, what else do you think they need to focus on besides protecting their McCree?
Well, that's a given if they are going to go with the McCree, because right now I believe we're going to go into a hybrid map, so depending on which map they take, McCree might just not work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So right now, well, actually, I'm not sure if we're going to a hybrid map, so I might be wrong with that, but it is loser's choice. So right now, Woodbridge can pick. So, not sure what maps they favor, but seeing how well they do with goats, they might want to go for more of the earlier maps, like maps that were launched with the game originally, because those maps are a lot more structured, they're a lot more contained. They actually, just favor tank play a lot more. A key example being King's Row. King's Row, you go goats, and you can just stomp on the team, on your enemy team.
Yeah. I think that King's Row is a pretty good prediction.
If we're doing a hybrid,
we'll see what comes out.
Yeah, that's the caveat. Okay, so it looks like we were actually just doing escort right now, and it's Route 66. It seems like to be Woodbridge's pick.
Now, what do you make of that map?
Well, I mean, have you heard of the Snoats?
The Snoats.
The Snoats comp. Basically, it's goats but with May.
Really?
Yes, because that tunnel opening right at like the beginning of the map, you can set up a May and she can stall the objective. She can stall a cart by just putting up a wall and standing on the other side of it. And she can just cycle through her cooldowns and keep that cart there. So that way you can't move past the tunnel. You can't move around the corner, you know? And then there's several places on the map you can do that. You can do that at Big Earl's again, at the doorway with the Mega Pack. And then you can also do it underneath like the small room to the left if you're going to try to push the objective. It's like, I don't remember what it's called, but it's like kind of like a garage or something like that. Or maybe not a garage, but it's, you know, it's a small little room over there. And basically Snoats just absolutely drains the clock for the enemy team that's trying to push. Again, we don't know if either of these teams are actually very good with May or even use May at all. Yeah, but it would be interesting if they came out with that.
Yeah, I have not heard of Snoats before. It does seem a little bit cheesy. I will be surprised if either team picks it, but it does seem like, from what you said, that it would work pretty well in a situation like this.
Yes, it would. Because by the time the enemy team actually build up enough ults and actually like take that objective, they're just gonna not gonna have enough time to finish the map. Like that's just the reality of it. So right now it looks like Woodbridge is actually substituting in one of their players for Joel. So interesting. We actually don't know anything about Joel, but we'll see. You know, because like I said before, Snoats.
Yeah.
If you've never heard of it, you've heard of it now.
You know, you learn something new every day.
Yeah, I got that from Contenders, by the way.
Contenders. Okay. Is that popular there?
I actually don't know, but I heard that there's some like South Korean teams that are like actually struggling against that, specifically on Route 66. I don't believe Snoats actually works on any other map.
So it's just a very map-specific strategy.
It's a very
then.
map-specific strategy, kind of like double sniper. You know, like on Gibraltar, you can take double sniper and absolutely deny, you know, any type of movement by having that crossfire, you know, from the high ground at the start of the map. So yeah, stuff like that.
I totally got it. And you know, Woodbridge's substitution here, that might give them the edge they need to combat Fountain Valley. It was pretty close before, so maybe this new player can make the difference.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see what they're actually kind of sacrificing, because Woodbridge, like I said, they really do favor goats, and with goats, the integral parts of goats, they all have to work together really well. So right now, if they're trading out like their best like diva player, or if they're trading out maybe like, you know, their best like Lucio or their best Zen, then it's like what are they going to put there instead, you know?
Now Nero, as a shot caller for Woodbridge High School,
and the Reinhardt, actually, that's actually an interesting pick, right?
Yeah,
Nero was the Reinhardt.
Yeah, absolutely. Usually you see shot callers more on like support roles, typically in esports games. So I think it's really, really interesting that Nero chose to play, you know, a tank role while he's trying to shot call for Woodbridge. Because
usually you want a support to be your shot caller because they're naturally more removed from the game, so they can see more. You know, they can see like kind of like maybe if like there are flankers coming in, if the team looks like they're about to dive, and potentially, you know, just like call out key pickoffs and stuff like that, you know, because they can see more. Whereas a main tank, you're right there in the action, you're on the front line, you know, so you're basically your view of, what is it called? View of range? Field of view. My bad.
Don't worry.
Field of view is a lot more narrow, you know, and also you tunnel vision a lot as Reinhardt. As a Reinhardt, I can say that.
Yeah, and he was definitely playing super offensively too. Really likes swinging his big hammer, getting in there.
Absolutely.
So we are going now into Route 66. Both teams are going to get ready. It seems like we will have Fountain Valley on the red team. They're going to be attacking first, I believe. And then we have Woodbridge trying to hold them off.
Right. So we're seeing a lot of interesting heroes popping up, you know, like they're, again, never cast while they're in spawn because they're just trolling you, you know, because we're seeing things like Torbjorn, we're seeing things like Sombra, you know, stuff like that. Exciting things, but, you know, things that are just empty promises, really.
Yeah. Now, I really want to see an Ashe. What do you think the conditions would need to be for a pick like that?
I mean, Ash is actually a great pick because if you have Bob, you can put Bob on the objective, and basically he's a 7th player. He can stall for you. He's also basically a massive tank that does a lot of damage. He's like a Torp turret if the Torp turret was buff, like really buff. You know, like 1,000 HP buff.
Yeah, you're giving me a really weird mental image right now.
I mean, he's got some guns, you know.
Oh, big guns. What a man. Now,
Nick.
now, we do have a Winston coming out for Woodbridge.
And you might get your Ash wish.
Oh, that would be amazing. But in lieu of the Reinhardt, what do you think the advantages of picking Winston in a situation like this are?
There's a lot of high ground to be had on Route 66, you know, above the gas station, and then just in the tunnels and stuff like, or above the tunnels, I should say. And yeah.
Well, they actually are rolling out with Ash too, and it looks like Trickster's going to be trying to get in there on Winston, trying to push Woodbridge back. He's going to be able to make some space for Fountain Valley as they try to round the corner with their cart here. Fady jumping in, going to be causing a lot of mayhem in the middle of Fountain Valley. He's looking for the supports on the back, but he gets knocked off, able to jump back on, and still in there but he gets taken down by David on Ash. We see Ann back here trying to get some snipes with Zenyatta, but Fountain Valley, they managed to demech and take another pick themselves. It's looking very favorable for them as they finish off the Baby Diva, and Fountain Valley seems like they're going to be able to push the cart just right through into the point here.
Okay, so it looks like Joel is actually playing Heat, and they are still doing goats to an extent on Woodbridge's side, except they are taking a Winston. Both sides have taken a
Trickster jumping in. He's going to try to prevent Woodbridge from getting in here. He does have Primal Rage. We'll see if he pops it. Going to be able to pick Fady. That's looking pretty bad for Woodbridge. He gets taken down himself, though. Fountain Valley able to push the cart onto the point before they get even more contested here. Joel, he's trying to cause some havoc. Doesn't seem very successful, though, as he's instantly picked by Kiddo. And then they're right on to Nero and Zarya. And another clean pickup for Fountain Valley there.
It looks like Woodbridge is just scrabbling at their defense right now. They're not actually very coordinated or very aggressive.
Trickster jumping in. He's trying to cause some mayhem, disruption there. He's able to get out with his life, though. Going back in again, trying to contest the Diva. Nothing really to make of that, though.
Yeah, I mean, that was an aborted team fight by themselves.
Ooh, we got Fady going in on his own Winston. Looks like Woodbridge is going to be trying to mount their defense here. They got the D-Mech from Ann. Bob coming out from Ash. And Fady just going ham on the Primal Rage, pushing around the supports from Fountain Valley. He's getting pretty low, though. Taken down by David on Ash. And seems like the teams are trading picks back and forth pretty well. Once more, they really favor this chaotic playstyle. Fountain Valley does seem to be coming out on top again here, as the only members left are Joel and Mercy going down too. Joel with 50 HP really can't do much here, and Fountain Valley is able to just continue pushing their cart.
Yeah, Woodbridge is so disorganized right now because that was a panic double support ult, so the Transcendence came out too late to save
Ooh, gravity coming out from Nero, trying to hold all the members on the cart, but Transcendence from Fountain Valley really protects their entire team there. No picks to be had from Woodbridge as their grav seems to be going for naught. Fady picking up David, and the blade coming out from Joel. He's managing to pick up 2-3 kills. Woodbridge, they're making their stand here. It seems like they're going to be able to take Fountain Valley down and provide one last chance for them before Fountain Valley is able to push the cart into this next point.
Yeah, it looks like they finally got their act together because, like I said before, they used their Transcendence and then they used the Sound Barrier on top of their Transcendence, which is something you never want to do. And they also both popped them too late to save Fady, you know. But now Fady is being built back up, and they do have another Transcendence in their pocket, you know. But they're going up against a Diva Bomb and a Primal Rage from Fountain Valley. So both of those are very offensive types of ults.
Now we're going to be seeing the skirmish on top of the roof here. We got Devola coming up from Zulanu, and he's not going to be able to pick up anything with that. But we got David back on McCree, going to pick up Sync on Widowmaker. That's a big pick for Fountain Valley right there. Primal Rage coming out from Fady. Doesn't seem to be making much value out of that, as we got some right clicks from David. He's going down, though, as Woodbridge picks up 2 picks. There's Zenyatta, and gets picked up And it looks like Woodbridge is able to just completely clean up Fountain Valley here as they're just destroying them. Trickster, the last one left alive, desperately swinging, trying to clear out the point for his team. He's going to be able to stall a lot of time, actually, though. You know, just getting picked off at the end there. Seems unsuccessful for Fountain Valley.
I mean, Fountain Valley have 2 minutes on the clock right now. They didn't need to have Trickster kind of stall the objective at all. They could have just backed off, regrouped, and then come back together for a team fight. But,
yeah.
You know, it's a little too late to say anything about that anymore.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Sync on the Widowmaker. Right now, she's on the rooftops and just absolutely blocking any paths for approaching the
No one
at
can
all.
hide from light.
Ooh, there's that
Got the
wall
visor coming
hacks.
out.
Wall hacks coming out.
Oh,
Let's see if she can get any headshots.
Brick Shield able to provide a little bit too much defense for him to overcome there. Getting some nice shots out. Okay, we got Zulana trying to fly in, contest the high ground. He's going to be able to push Woodbridge off of that, and Sync picks up the pick on the Trickster. That's really huge for Woodbridge here because now Trickster's down, Fountain Valley's down to tank. Zulana, however, picks up the Fady on Woodbridge's side, and we got Dragon Blade coming out, looking for the kills. Transcendence will deny the picks. We got David's High Noon again. Huge value from Fountain Valley as they manage to clean up Woodbridge once again.
Yeah, so that Diva ultimate and then also the High Noon was just denying that Genji Blade because he had to hide. You know, he couldn't just go out and hack and slash like usual. So yeah, it doesn't look like Joel, the switch in for Joel is actually really working out for them. But key thing to note right now, neither teams are actually running goats at all. Like it's like a goat hybrid type of situation, you know?
Yeah, and this type of comp, the goats with 1 or 2 variations, is actually really popular in this high school league. That's what I've noticed from casting this.
Good to see variation though, because we do have Sync is still in that window for us, so I'm wondering if they're actually going to change on it.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be getting too much value right now, but as the teams move towards each other, that may change. We got Fady getting engaged onto. He's able to back out a little bit though, and Fountain Valley just trying to go in here. Fady popping the defensive Primal Rage, just trying to bat away Fountain Valley. He's going to be able to get. Fountain Valley picks up three kills, and they seem to be extremely dominant at this point. Picking up Fady and demeching Nero, killing him finally, and it doesn't seem like Woodbridge can provide any sort of defense here, as Joel's going to get cleaned up, and they're going to be able to roll the card in. Or as soon as they kill Sync, I guess, on Tracer. He's trying to be annoying and provide a little bit more extra time. Let's see if Woodbridge can actually trickle in here. They're starting to get back up. We got David's High Noon getting more value once again, and Woodbridge is just trickling in still, trying to stall as much as they can. But Fountain Valley, they just keep picking them off, and they're going to take this one.
That is a map complete for Fountain Valley. And again, David just popping off, absolutely cleaning house. Man,
Yeah, I
his
think
McCree is very impressive.
Oh, absolutely. I think his the timing on his ults, his use of them for zoning, all really fantastic plays strategically. I think that Fountain Valley, they got stalled out a little bit, right? But then they were able to find what they needed to make it happen.
Although now they do have less than a minute on the time bank for if Woodbridge is able to get a complete the map as well, then they only have a minute to push the payload as far as they can. So that could be an issue for them. But, you know, if they full hold Woodbridge at spawn, then, you know, that doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it really just depends where they're able to stall them here. We might see something happening at the first point.
Okay, this is interesting. They are rolling out with the Pharmacy because, again, this was Woodbridge's map pick. So it seems like they have an idea about what they want to do.
Interesting.
Or maybe not, because Nero just died.
I think he's just messing
Oh,
around.
okay, they're just messing around. Again, I got excited because I saw, you know, Fountain Valley roll out, and I was like, okay, the match is starting. Let's see what they're doing. You know, but okay.
Yeah, no, but Fountain Valley is going to be running the traditional GOATS comp here. They're going to be switching up their team comp because they've been running some pretty big variations on that.
Yeah.
Now, do you think they're going to be able to find success in defense with this GOATS?
Yeah, I think so. If they push up far enough, because you want to be able to hold at that choke, at that little archway, you know, around before the team can get around the corner. Woodbridge actually let Fountain Valley push around the corner before they tried to engage. That's a big mistake because that's giving too much ground. It's important to give ground, but not that much ground.
Oh, yeah. And it seems like we're going to be having some early conflict here between Wrecking Ball. He's going to be trying to go in here, but just manages a little bit of disruption. And looking for some damage on Farah from above there. But it doesn't seem like either teams are very successful. They're getting stalled out at the same point. Huge knockup from Wrecking Ball on Hanson there. And it seems like Fountain Valley's going to get pushed back. They're forced to back off from this point, it seems like.
This is the rare 4 DPS comp. Oh man, we thought they were joking and fun. Nope, they're dead serious. They're rolling out with a lot of DPS,
yeah, and
a lot of firepower.
That's 3 picks from Woodbridge right there.
Seems to be working.
That's a huge advantage from them. Doesn't look like Fountain Valley is going to be able to contest as they're looking to back off, hide away in the tunnel, and Woodbridge is going to be just rolling that cart right in there.
They are taking suppressive fire to the extreme.
Yeah, and it seems like Fountain Valley is going to be trying from an alternate angle. Trickster trying to lead his team, but we do have a Farrell coming out, able to pick 3 picks for Woodbridge. But pop off from Joel. He's getting Diva there. Another kill coming out, and Woodbridge seems to have team wiped Fountain Valley, and once again they're pushing it in.
Okay, I'm interested to see if they're going to change up their strategy going into second and third point, because, you know, if you're going in with a ton of squishies, and if you do clear out the point, they have respawn advantage, you know?
Oh man, that was a nasty pick. Two headshots right in a row. However, picks from both teams. We got Trickster down for Fountain Valley, and we did have the Lucio down, but it seems like he's switched now. Both teams have a Widowmaker now.
Yes, both teams do have a Widowmaker because they're trying to deny, you know, line of sight for Sync and Joel.
Nero managed to get the pick on the David, and he's going to be able to make it out, just barely escaping with his life. Solano getting D-Mac, dropping his ult. Ooh, picked by an excellent Rockets from Nero. Able to take down 2 with his ult. Pharmacy gone. Joel giving up with a wave. Seems like Fountain Valley, they managed to pick up some good stuff there, and their defense is looking a little bit stronger.
Yeah, because they just have a tender build. They're not going all in on attack.
Yeah, and
damage, I should say.
And you know, Fountain Valley still managing to find a few picks there. That really puts Woodbridge at a disadvantage as their team's a little bit more staggered now. Wrecking Ball going to be trying to go in and find something, though. Zulanu trying to maintain air superiority versus the Pharmacy, but it doesn't seem like he's able to do much right there. Transcendence coming out from Fountain Valley. Let's see if they can make anything from that. Alright, okay, we got Trickster trying to go in. Nero gets picked. He's engaged on 2 picks for Fountain Valley, and now Fountain Valley's looking pretty dominant in their defense right now. They're able to completely team wipe Woodbridge here, and they're holding the line.
Yeah. So it looks like Woodbridge is going to go back to a more traditional comp. So this is, I would say, just regular. Not quite. I was gonna say wait, no, it is 2-2. My bad, because I'm apparently seeing more tank than there are. I thought there were 3.
Nero's going in trying to find the Widowmaker, but he can't make anything of that as she grapples out. Nero taking a lot of damage, gets picked up. Sync gets the pick on the David though as the team's trade picks. Grab coming out from Fountain Valley, and it looks like it's gonna be huge for them as they manage to pick up 4 kills right there. Fantastic grab coming out from Kiddo. Huge value from that, and Woodbridge has no choice but to pull back.
Yeah, I mean, Woodbridge is trying to switch their comp, trying to get an advantage somehow. They did give up their damage for something a little bit more sustainable, something a little bit more hardy, but it seems like Fountain Valley just got them beat. You know, David is getting more value as Widow because he's set up on the high ground, you know, as opposed to Sync, who has to try to take that.
They're going around from an alternate angle right now as they're trapped on the stairs. Zulano shoots his ult out there, Diva ult, and he manages to pick up a kill there. 3 kills for Fountain Valley. As Woodbridge can't do anything against that, it looks like they're going to be going down here, and just no chance pushing that cart.
Yep, Fountain Valley's looking really dominant, and they're just eating away at that clock because now Woodbridge only has a minute 45 left to try to push this cart all the way to the end, or else they forfeit. Or not forfeit, but they basically lose the match.
Yep, things are looking pretty grim from them. They managed to have a really strong start, but you know, they're just getting stalled out now. We'll see if they can find anything, maybe with a Widowmaker pick. Who knows?
I mean, I'm really curious about this Widow pick because, you know, as we all say, you know, Widow isn't bringing value, she needs to switch. But that's what I'm seeing here. Because you're
Zulanu diving on a sink. He manages to pick up that nice little pick there. Good for Fountain Valley. Boostio!
Boostio!
Oh man! Let's go! Feels bad when we see a Boostio right now. Wow, Woodbridge actually coming out with 2 picks from D.Va here. They're managing to pick up some value as they're standing a chance. Grab coming out from Kiddo. He's caught 3 members, but it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to pick anything up here. Woodbridge picking up 2 more kills here. Still pushing their offensive, taking the advantage here. Fady dives onto Kiddo, and it looks like they're going to be going down as Kiddo's caught out.
Hey, when Boostio works, you know what?
I cannot believe that Woodbridge pulled out the Boostio, and then they managed to win that fight. That's insane.
Absolutely. I mean, it could have also been like the excellent tank play and the excellent zoning.
Of course.
Maybe just a little bit, but Boostio. Yep.
Oh, Dragonblade coming out for Joel as he's going to try to contest this point here. Nano also coming out, but we have Zen from Fountain Valley popping the Transcendence. He's only going to be able to get 2 picks there, but the rest of Woodbridge is just cleaning up everybody else. That's 4 or 5 kills, and Woodbridge is going to be able to roll their card in here and extend their time.
Yeah, so once Woodbridge was actually able to get past, the high ground that David was posted up on, that means basically Widow is no longer effective. She doesn't have those long sight lines anymore. So they were able to push the card and take second point. So now it looks like David is going to go on to the Soldier. So it looks like Fountain Valley still wants some firepower. They don't want to go back to the Ghost quite yet.
Yeah, and it looks like the teams are going to be moving towards each other as the cart rounds the corner. We've got Zulanu diving in, but he's going to be contested by the Winston and D.Va. Nothing too interesting happening here. That's a nice sleep onto the Reinhardt, though, as nothing comes from that D.Va ult. Thought that with the Reinhardt slip they were able to get something. But trading picks on both sides as a tank goes down for each team. Woodbridge desperately trying to push in here as they want to keep pushing their offensive advantage. Zulanu is diving in. He's getting pretty low. We got the Nano on the Genji. He pulls out the blade just in time, and he's going to be diving deep. He's got 2 kills, gets pinned by the Reinhardt, and taken down. But the too many kills for Woodbridge coming out there. I don't think that Fountain Valley is in the position to hold that, even though that was such a fantastic charge. Just a huge combo from Woodbridge there. Able to secure them an advantage here as they're looking to end the game.
Because they have 10 seconds left on the clock. They have to make this work.
Nero's in everybody's faces, but they're all trying to ignore him and run past. He's getting pretty low, but pops Primal Rage. He's going to be pushing everybody off the point. Attack Visor coming out for David, but and it looks like it's working because Fountain Valley manages to team wipe Woodbridge, and it looks like they're going to be able to hold this point here. Just barely. 5 meters away from ending the game. Woodbridge is just completely stalled out. Crazy.
Man, we thought that Woodbridge was going to be able to extend this map by taking 3rd point, but unfortunately that Genji Blade wasn't enough. It was absolutely insane though.
Yeah, I thought that was a fantastic ult combo. I think we're about to see it again. Absolutely huge. Joel on the Genji, what a play. But it looks like it just wasn't enough in the end. Fountain Valley was able to just trickle in and hold the point too well.
I mean, that Genji Blade shows, what you can do with the proper nano.